So I just been here cooking, and I turn around to give one of my kids something from the living room. I come back and I see this attic door open, and I didn't sleep at all last night. But I am going through every room doing this. I'm leaving windows and doors open, so
you don't give somebody that has no experience with getting rid of spirits some tools that aren't really used for that.
Oh, it's a doll. Whoa.
See that? Oh, okay.
Just knock on it, knock.
Walked in here.
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Hi guys, this is Zark here. Guess what time it is right now? It's 2:40 a.m. and I'm video recording right now because I couldn't get time whole day, busy with family. And imagine the previous home. By 12:30 itself, we used to be inside the bedroom and we never used to come out because after that the activity used to start. If you're asking me about my kid, he's doing good now, so please don't worry about him, okay? And today I've got two videos. One is from Bizarre BuB. Okay, some of you have recommended me this channel because it's really good. And another, there's one video which is being trending on TikTok. It's the beginning of a new haunting, so let's just check that out.
So I just been here cooking, and I turn around to give one of my kids something from the living room. I come back and I see this attic door open, and I have not been in that attic in months. Jeremy, get back! And every time I try to go shut it, I keep hearing this knocking sound. It doesn't seem to want to do it now, but like it's every time I go near it, it's not doing it. What the So just an update, I didn't sleep at all last night. And as you can see, we have every light on in the house. Why? Because the power keeps flickering on and off. And I'm not gonna lie, it kinda spooked me. So while it's on, I'm gonna have all the lights on. I had the maintenance man come over and check out the attic, and he went up there, didn't see anything. So once he was up there, I went up there, shined the light around, and there's nothing up there. It's such a small area. I'm pretty spooked, and what makes it worse is every time the power flickers, the baby monitor will come back on, and it always has this weird lady robotic voice saying, "We care about your baby's safety." And we lived here for 2 years, and there's been some strange things that happen, like our bathrooms sometimes smell like cigarette smoke, even though we don't smoke. And I actually make videos on TikToks on other accounts, and I've had like some strange things happen, but nothing like frightening. I don't know if this is because I've started doing like research into darker topics or what, but I'll give you guys another update.
You see, he's been living in the home from past 2 years. There was no activity, and the activity has suddenly increased. The best part of what he is actually telling is something which even we went through, and we didn't even know that it was one of the signs of the haunting. Like, for example, his bathroom used to smell of cigarette smoke. We used to get that, and we always used to think that most probably it's our neighbors who are smoking, and because of the ventilation system, maybe it's coming into our home. We never knew that, okay? So surprisingly, after seeing his video, I understood that even that is one of the signs. Okay, and just I think recently the haunting has begun, so gradually it's gonna increase. I hope he doesn't do anything, some mistakes we do in desperate times. So hopefully he doesn't. Let's continue.
So when I went to go look back at some of my old videos, I noticed something in this very old skit that I did. You can see something fly by my face, like a black object. Seen it? I've done so many skits and other things in this house. I'm going through all my videos now to check them out. But this is crazy. Like, I'm just finding more evidence. that something is really weird. So here's a quick update and some answers to questions that you guys have had. First off, I just want to say it is easy to debunk things from an outside perspective, but when it's happening to you, it's a completely different game. My first instinct was not to record. In fact, I actually called the maintenance man and I was like, hey, is that you up there? Or are you working next door? I keep hearing this thing in the attic. But then I realized that the attic door was actually open, and I didn't do that. And he couldn't have done that either if he didn't walk through my front door. So he came over, checked it out, there was nothing in there. Nothing at all. So yeah, major creepy. And then I posted an update about other strange things that have been happening, right? And people were like, oh, you're probably smelling cigarette smoke from your neighbor. Which we live in a duplex, so that would seem likely, but our neighbor doesn't smoke. Plus, we've been here for 2 years. That's 2 years worth of cleaning with bleach cleaners, like the toilet, shower, wiping the walls with Lysol, stuff like that. And it's not all the time, but when we go in there sometimes we do smell it. And there's also, like, everyone just going through mood swings, which I read could be a, symptom of an unwanted guest in your home. And of course, there's always the infamous strange noises at nighttime. But anyway, I bought some sage. It should be here in a few days. I'm going to look up how to do it properly and give you guys an update after that.
Finally went up by myself to check it out. It was still creepy, but not as bad during the day. Not a lot of room for a frogger or squatter. Seems kinda silly to be scared at all, but I will still cleanse and maybe search around. Some stuff up here was already up here when we moved in. That was along the insulation.
Wow, it was already there. This is one of the early symptoms. In his case, because he's keeping the lights turned on, it's trying to turn it off.
Hold on. 1 second, son.
In our case, most probably like after 1 or 1:30, when the lights were already off, they never used to turn on.
Now it's like been pressed up like behind the couch. There's no way that could have gone loose. Oh, that's bright and it's... I mean, I know it's kind of jagged, but like...
The haunting is still weak at this moment.
It's not doing it now.
It's not being increased yet.
That's strange. So today's the day where I'm finally saging the house. I met up with a local medium in town who gave me sage, some healing stones, and even a Bible to lay in the room where I felt the most presence. I hope I'm doing it right, but she did say there's really not a wrong and a right way, just a more efficient and a less efficient way. I'm also hoping the sage gets rid of that cigarette smell. But I am going through every room doing this. I'm leaving windows and doors open so spirits or negative energy can leave. I guess that is a part of it. And I'm also telling the spirits to leave, and any negative energy. Now this is the place where I fear the most, so I am placing the Bible in this little box, that way it doesn't directly touch the floor. Now I just gotta carry around these crystals for a few days.
Okay, let me just pause it. You see, earlier in our haunting, people used to recommend us to do sage, and good for us that we didn't know what actually sage meant. Otherwise, even we would have been trying the same thing at our home. Okay, he's trying to do something because he just wants to get rid of the negative energy, what's present in his home at the moment right now. But the problem here is, if you're going through religious, okay, go through religious. And if you want to go through this saging ritual, go ahead. But let the professionals do that instead of you doing it. Because we did a mistake. We know how the haunting actually increased a lot. You have seen. And here, The activity is low at the moment, but he's trying to do sage, and he's not a professional in doing that, and most probably this is very dangerous because one mistake, instead of calming down the entity, it's going to make it more angry and more powerful. So one of the mediums I actually been in contact on TikTok. So I asked her her opinion regarding this haunting, regarding the saging, and I was right. Listen to what she actually says about it.
No puppet. Look, no hate to this poster whatsoever, so don't go after this person. It's not his fault that the medium gave him false information. There's tons of red flags about the medium that you contacted. One is that they didn't do the clearing themselves. You don't give somebody that has no experience with getting rid of spirits some tools that aren't really used for that and then tell them to go ahead and do it. Like, wish them luck. So for one, white sage is not used for getting rid of negative spirits. White sage is specifically used for the Native American community. It's their medicine. Not only have you got Native American medicine in this, you have Christianity. She gave you a Bible. So that's two practices. It's like mixed. And then to top it off, she gave you some healing crystals, but didn't tell you what healing they're good for. I noticed rose quartz in there, which is great for self-love, but not that good for getting rid of spirits. I'm really hoping that you didn't pay this medium. And if you did, you need to request your money back, because what they have done is fraudulent. As a medium, the first thing I would have done is come to your house to determine whether it is an evil spirit. I would have done a walkthrough. I would have communicated with the spirits that are there and then found out why they're there. Most of the time, it's not an evil entity. It's a family member trying to get your attention, or it's someone that passed away in the house that doesn't know they've passed. The things that you've done are more likely to piss off a negative entity, if it is negative, which would cause more activity. So please, remove the Bible, don't sage, throw it out, and seek help from a professional medium.
Okay, don't get confused of her saying that remove the Bible from the home, because even she knows that Bible is a very powerful book. The reason why she is saying to remove it, because now he's not calling in the professionals, and of course the entity is going to get more and more angry. And see, the ritual is being done in two ways. One is the Bible, another thing is the sage. Now she's being from the medium community, so she knows the sage is not actually used for warding off the negative energy from your home. In fact, there are rituals where the Native Americans, they used to do is to actually call in the spirits to get maybe some help or some benefits. So what she is trying to say is that exactly what I actually said: call in the professionals. If you're going through religious, call in the priest, and if you're going through the pagan rituals, call in the medium. But don't take the matters in your own hand and try to do some experiment, because end of the day, this is gonna go somewhere where you're not expecting. Luckily, we didn't do that. Thank God we didn't do that, because most of you had actually commented for me to use sage, and good thing I didn't know what sage meant actually. So in one way, now you know why we are safe here without any paranormal activity at the new home. You see, it's gonna be 3 a.m. now, and I'm just sitting in the dark, just one light on. Okay, the next video is from the Bizarre BuB, and I've actually not seen the video. Okay, so it's gonna be first time for me to see it live over here. So let's see how good it is.
On May 20th of 2023, a couple of nurses enter a section of a hospital that many doctors and nurses are afraid to enter alone. The section of this hospital is known as the Old ER, and it's a floor that's been abandoned for quite some time. Many patients had passed away on this floor, and some of those patients were children. Nurses claim that the floor of this hospital is haunted. One night, a group of nurses working the night shift decide to visit the floor just for fun. However, little did they know that something pretty terrifying would occur while being there. The following footage is their video. Watch.
You guys, haunted ER? We're gonna go. Haunted ER, haunted ER. I'm gonna go too. Oh my god, my head is huge. Chloe, so I can't even...
Camera.
Huh?
I was just close to the camera.
Yeah, you're right. We got a chance for the haunted. Yeah.
Oh god.
Feels like
I'm not excited about this. I didn't even get to finish eating my sandwich.
it feels like we're getting on a. You nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because it's haunted.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
The hospital looks very creepy itself.
Oh. Oh, it's a doll. Oh. Yeah, it's just a little doll. They want his training.
Oh, it's a train down
Put it here.
here. Still weird though.
Yeah, look at her.
Oh my god.
That's weird.
That's not a child. That's definitely not a child.
Oh, it's freaky.
Oh.
Upstairs. It's right upstairs. Yeah, it's upstairs. Sorry, I thought you were. I felt you like were. It's just freaky. You guys wave in the camera right now. Reflection.
They're having fun, but if they get
Oh, that's the
haunted,
same room.
Oh. God,
it's a different thing.
Oh, lights are on. Go in. Go in.
Oh, go in. No, go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are on. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do
They
it.
look like evil eyes. You guys need to come with me.
Yeah, of
Come on,
course we're
let me
gonna go in with you.
Thanks.
You know, hats off
Feels
to
weird.
them. They work in this creepy environment.
This room feels weird. Ooh.
It's dark. Please turn on the light. Turn on the flashlight at least.
The curtain moved.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
No,
It
it
moved. It
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay.
Okay. Doesn't like their presence.
As one of the nurses walks further into the room, a hospital curtain suddenly moves on its own. The nurse, terrified beyond belief, bolts out of the room at full speed, feeling completely unsettled. But then, within seconds of this happening, a cane mysteriously falls on its own. Now the following clip, which was
I didn't see
captured
that.
by another nurse, shows the same exact incident, but from a different point of view. Take a look.
What? What?
The curtain moved.
No, it
Yeah,
didn't.
it did. It
Shut
moved.
up. No, it
moved.
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would a
It
curtain
did.
move?
How did you not
I hate curtains.
The nurses in this video believe that this
Now
may
we know
have been
why I
the
hate
ghost of a
curtains.
child who recently passed away in that same room. But, as with most occurrences on this floor, they also think that it could have been another spirit. Whether ghost or not, the nurses in this footage were left terrified by this mysterious encounter. In the following
Having
video,
goosebumps.
a group of friends are chatting over live stream and having a heated debate about a particular basketball team and its players.
Just wasn't meant to be.
Leaf, I gotta disagree with you, man.
Hold on.
All seems normal in this live stream, when only minutes later, something happens that scares the living daylights out of everyone. Be sure to pay close attention to Christie's screen, as what happens in it leaves everyone feeling very unsettled. Take a look.
Y'all need to build off of those two people and a couple of more pieces. I do like RJ Barrett, but I don't know. It might be time for him to go as well. You never really know. So I say you just build off of those people. Was that a ghost?
I just personally. Oh, yo, Junebug, chill out.
Yo, that wasn't even a person.
Junebug, chill out. I ain't got time for this.
Yo, did we catch a ghost on stream?
Bro, stop.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Junebug, chill out. I'm alone. Hey, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything, man. I was looking. I was turning on the light. Stop playing.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm
gonna go look at it right now because what? Bro.
What? Junebug, what happened?
That was not a person, bro.
Bro, chill out. What are y'all talking about? J-Rob, stop playing. Hey, yo.
Upon slowing down the footage, a very faint silhouette can be seen walking past the camera behind Chris before quickly disappearing into thin air. In a state of shock, everyone forgets the conversation they were just having to discuss the pressing question at hand. Just what exactly had appeared behind Chris?
Bro.
What?
Now it isn't until later that Chris searches the apartment to see if anyone might have broken in. Fortunately, he finds no one there, but this only makes this occurrence extra creepy, as it seems to suggest that something other than a person had been caught on camera.
Did that see it, bro?
Oh, what the was
bro,
that?
and then Chris looked both ways like he...
I felt like a cold chill, but honestly, bro.
Oh my god!
The fact that Chris turns around when this mysterious figure passes by has left his friends thinking that he had sensed this ghostly presence. Just who or what had appeared in this live stream? Ghost or not, this occurrence has left both Chris and his friends beyond spooked.
You see, everybody experienced a cold chill, yeah? Sudden changes in temperature.
In the following video, a man named Jay is resting in his living room when he notices something strange about a doll that's placed on a high shelf. He takes a closer look at this doll and is left deeply disturbed by what he captures. Now the doll in this video, according to Jay, was bought at a thrift store where two other dolls of the same brand were also being sold. But for some unknown reason, this specific doll was hidden from the rest. Jay suspects that the reason the doll was hidden from sight was because they didn't want anyone buying it. They were afraid this doll might be cursed or even haunted. Now Jay wasn't really sure if this had been the actual reason, but after living with this doll for more than a year, it's become clear to him that this may have been the case. Something isn't right with this doll. While resting in his living room and watching over his child, Jay captures something on camera that leaves him extremely unnerved. Take a look.
I think I can see it on here. Hold on. Now it's stopped. Oh, wait, there it is.
Is it moving?
See if she moves. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like something straight out of a horror movie, the doll slowly tilts its head to face the camera, as though it knew it was being filmed. Jay recoils in fear as he watches in terror this creepy doll move its head. Although creeped out, Jay is glad he had caught this, as he's been trying to capture this doll move for the longest time. Many viewers no doubt believe that the doll is haunted, but whether or not that's so is up to you to decide. Did something paranormal happen here?
I think his wish just manifested in the doll. He was expecting it to
happen. There has yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Why do people do this?
It's late at night when a group of friends decide to visit their school to do something that they would later come to regret. Rumor has it that the school they attend is haunted. According to some students, if you knock on the door of the nurse's office, which is located at the back of the school, someone or something would knock back. Not sure if the rumors were true, and feeling adventurous, a girl named Devi and her friend set out to explore the back of their school and knock on the nurse's door. But what they capture sends them running in a panic frenzy. This is what they caught.
Go. Just knock on it, not. No, go.
This is how some of you end up playing Ouija board, just for the excitement.
Knock harder.
And some of you
Let 'em
get
know.
very unlucky.
Let him.
Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream is caught on camera, sending the girls running in full terror. They have no idea where the guttural screams came from, but one could only guess the source of the screech. Viewers believe that it came from either inside the school or near it, which only helps to prove the rumors as true. Something haunts this school. But of course, what's your stance on this? Supernatural or something else? You let me know. This next video was recorded by a school custodian who captured something pretty creepy while working alone inside an empty school. It was on a Sunday when this video was taken, so no students or faculty members were present during this time at this middle school. The only person there was the custodian recording this video, who swore that something unexplainable had occurred during his shift. He was mopping the floors of the school's empty hallways when suddenly something happened that quickly paralyzed him with fear. The video he took is just downright spooky. Have a look. If you listen closely, the sound of a child's voice can be heard coming from somewhere. It almost sounds as though they're distressed, which many viewers believe is a cry for help. Although it's unknown where the voice is coming from, the custodian adds that this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Other custodians who have worked at the school have also encountered strange events while working alone. Knowing the history of this place, which has had numerous strange occurrences, the person who posted this can't help but think that something is haunting the school. Very little context is given on this video, so it's hard to be sure if something unexplainable was captured. But until more info is given, the source of this mysterious voice remains unknown.
That's creepy. I don't know how
In the
works.
following video, a hospital in Mexico had caught footage of something pretty creepy. The video takes place inside a corridor of an empty facility. In it, we can see a hospital staff member sitting by himself. According to him, he was sitting alone when all of a sudden, a patient who was trying to leave the hospital asked him for directions to the nearest exit. Feeling confused upon seeing this patient, as he made sure the floor was empty before taking his break, he gets up to check who the patient was on the hospital's computer. But when he looks over at the security footage that was taken during this time, he was spooked out of his mind. On March 11 of 2023, a very strange video was captured inside a hallway at an undisclosed hotel. This footage was posted online by someone who found the video without mentioning where it came from. The original source is unknown. The footage shows a woman entering the eerily empty corridor all by herself when something very peculiar is caught on camera. Needless to say, what was captured is eerie to say the least. This is what was caught.
CCTV is amazing.
Based on the video, one could safely assume that something highly unusual had taken place here. A plant seemingly falls on its own, as though tipped over by an unseen force. And, creepiest of all, the woman's hair is suddenly blown forward, as if a mysterious breeze had come out of nowhere. Naturally, the woman was left extremely terrified by this chilling occurrence. Now, according to some viewers, this wasn't all that occurred, because apparently something happens before any of these events. As the woman enters the hallway, and right before the plant tips over, a very faint shadow can be seen manifesting out of nowhere before quickly disappearing within seconds. The shadow doesn't appear to be the woman's, as it seemingly vanishes while she's still there. With no explanation as to who or what cast the supposed shadow, it's believed that whatever this was had been responsible for the strange activity that occurred later. But, as always, what are your thoughts on this? Like most clips, this one remains a mystery. The following video comes from Elsa McIntosh, and in this footage, a couple of friends are standing outside a room. They appear to be acting with caution, as though they're afraid to enter this room. Something about this space scares them. According to Elsa, this room has not been open for 6 years, and for good reason. Strange things have happened inside this room. Although Elsa doesn't go into detail about the strange things that have happened, the video itself says it all. Entering this room, according to Elsa, was a big mistake. This is what they caught.
See if they move. Oh! Okay, hold on. Give me the lighter.
6 years,
Light it. Okay, why did that take so long? Was it the wrong key?
Is there cameras in there?
Why would there be cameras?
Isn't it beautiful?
Grandpa crazy. Oh, it's just a bedroom? Are you going in?
No, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't feel good. Nah, I don't. This is why white people die in movies, bruh. Nah. We have black up in this.
Teenagers.
Oh my god, I just got so lightheaded. What is that? I just got.
Corbin, don't be going for this stuff.
I just got so lightheaded. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I got lightheaded as soon as I walked in here.
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching. I
If
think
there's
there's
any
lights
spirits
in here.
leave. You are not welcome.
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
Is he saging?
That's what that thing's creepy.
Why, Santa, why are you locked up? It could be an object in here.
Yeah.
Did your grandpa ever think about that? Like, it could be an object. You could just burn the whole room. What are you doing in the closet, dude?
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
burning. I don't know.
Oh my god!
No, you're kidding.
Stop.
No,
Get out.
Scratch marks up your back.
Stop.
No, you do.
Stop, you're giving me anxiety.
Oh my god!
You're kidding, right? You're
No!
kidding. Look.
While checking out the room, a friend of Elsa suddenly feels a burning sensation on his back. Wanting to ensure that he wasn't imagining this burning feel, he lifts up his shirt to show his friends. But to their shock, they see what looks to be scratch marks running across his lower back. Elsa's friend swears that he hadn't scratched his back. Something in this room had done this. In a short video, Elsa explains this chilling occurrence.
And so we put crystals up by the door, and it took us like 5 minutes to unlock that door. Like it wouldn't open.
I felt like someone was pushing
it felt like someone was pushing it back towards us. We finally got it open, we went in, and immediately I felt lightheaded. Didn't you say you didn't feel good?
I did not feel good.
Yeah, immediately I felt lightheaded, and I was like, okay, weird. But I was just trying to like play it off, like it's not real, it's not real. And then he said that his back was burning, and as a joke I was like, oh, imagine if he had scratch marks. And then he had them, and in the video you obviously can see there was no one near him. No one was near him. I just walked up to him. You could feel the scratch marks, like they were hard scratch
when
marks.
I was walking back out of the room, another 3 appeared.
Now Elsa further adds that the house was built in the 1800s, and the key to this room had mysteriously appeared out of nowhere. It was lying about in one of the rooms, as though someone or something had placed it there for somebody to find. Curiosity got the best of them, and so they decided to try this key on the door that's been locked for years. It's unknown how Elsa's friend got those scratch marks, but if there's one thing that most viewers agree on, it's that this room should be locked up forever as something about it just doesn't seem right. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
I'm sorry, I was just too much focused on that last video. Especially it's very weird because just 2 days ago and I had a scratch mark over here, and me and my wife, we just brushed it off because maybe I scratched it myself in sleep. And you know, the best part of that one is he immediately felt the burning sensation, whereas I didn't feel it. But when I was going to work, you know, when I was walking under the sun, and immediately when I started walking in the sun, it started burning. But it was just for maybe 1 minute, and after that, it slowly and gradually disappeared. So I don't know what it was, but seeing this last video is kind of creepy. Let me know in the comments if you want to see that video. I didn't post it. It was just 2 days ago and I just brushed it off. But after seeing this video, it's like, let me know. If you're interested to watch it, I'll post it in the shorts. Anyways, make sure you go subscribe Bizarre BuB. It's an awesome channel. Okay, it's 3:15. Let me just show you. Wow, 3:15. Okay, so take care guys, and good night.